Welcome back to the channel, everyone. These are my top 15 stocking fillers for 2021 that any guitar player will love and use. So the first up here, we've got the Ernie Ball strap locks. These stop you from dropping your guitar for it coming off the strap. So great thing to have around. You can never have too many of them, so don't worry about that. There's some cheaper options out there where you might get a few more for the same price. But I haven't tried them, and I know these ones are great and they're from a reputable manufacturer. So moving on. Oh, this is one of my favorites, Gorilla Snot. If you've ever had a friend complaining about they're dropping the guitar pick on stage, you rub this stuff on your fingers and it gives you a bit of extra grip, and yeah, bit of fun, good to have in your guitar case just for those extra sweaty occasions. So you can't go wrong there. Moving along again, we've got Fast Fret. Now this stuff is like a lubricant that you rub up and down the neck of the guitar, and it just makes it so much easier to play. Anybody that hasn't tried this stuff will absolutely love it, so definitely worth checking out. Next up, we have got the Diadrio Pro String Winder and Cutter. So this is just a great thing to have in your tool bag. Most guitarists will have a few of them lying around, but it's great to have one in each guitar case. Like the strap locks, you can't have too many of them. It comes with a string winder, a set of cutters there to cut your strings when you're changing your strings, and this little piece here is for acoustic guitars for changing the strings. So that's a great little tool there. Yeah, a lot of people love this particular one, so you can't go wrong. These are earplugs. Now this is something which I wish I'd known about years ago. You pop them on your key ring, and whether you're at a concert or you're playing with a drummer that's really loud, they're just great to have on board and pop in and start using them. I've got the Zildjian ones, which I couldn't find on Amazon. They're great, but these look like they could be from the same manufacturer. So I think these will be a really good buy. They're probably about half the price as well. So definitely a great gift idea for anybody that you care about. Next up, we've got a drink holder and phone holder for your microphone stand, or you can clip it onto any stand. So this is great, especially for singers who like to keep a drink with them on stage so that they can keep their throat nice and lubricated. I've got the microphone one, had it for years and love it. This one's got a phone holder in it too, which is really handy because these days everyone's got their phone on them, and it's nice to have it somewhere safe, and it can't be any safer than right there with you. So that's a great shout. Next up, we've got a stamp which gives you a chord shape. So most of us guitar players are making ourselves little cheat sheets for songs when we're learning them or to keep with us on stage. So this stamp is a great way to just capture that. They come in different sizes. There is a small round one as well. This is the large one. I'd recommend getting the large one because it just makes it so much easier to see and to write. So that's a great little tool that anybody's going to use. That'll come in handy for any guitarist. Next up, this is a perfect stocking filler example. They're guitar picks, but they're not any guitar picks. They're Dunlop picks, and it actually covers their whole range of picks. There's many different types of picks, and people are very particular about what type of picks they play. But every few years, it's nice to explore different options, and you might find something that you really love. So this covers a lot of different bases, so you can't go wrong here again. Moving along, we've got these pedal foot switch toppers. Now these won't fit on every pedal, but they'll fit on the vast majority of pedals. So if you've got a friend, a partner that's got a collection of guitar pedals, this will definitely fit on a lot of them. There are some more expensive versions out there that are alloy, but you know, for $21, they're just a great little toy to have around. You pop them on there. If something's a bit hard to access, it can make it a bit easier to reach. Might be a bit easier to see. Just a fun little toy. Next up, we've got clip-on guitar tuner. Now, this is another one that, you know, for 25 bucks, you can't have too many of them. There's a bunch of them on the market. They're all great for what they are for the price. This one here I particularly like because it's angled up at you, which makes it really easy to see. Now you'll notice this is on a particular type of guitar. It's on a Fender style guitar here, where the guitar tuners are all down one side. Other types of guitars where you've got the guitar tuners on both sides of the headstock, this might not be the best option, but for a Stratocaster style guitar, this is the one I'd recommend. It's from Korg. Korg are fantastic. They make lots of different tuners. If you want something a bit more universal, it's a little bit more, but you can't go wrong with the Silver Snark either. So check these out. They're quite easy to find. I'm sure you'll be able to find them even cheaper if you look around. Now this is another one I love. It goes on your keyring. You can keep your picks in there, your plectrums. It's got a little button on the back. There's many different options out there. I chose this one because it's a Fender one, and for a gift idea, it's you know, nice to have. Everybody seems to love Fender, or you might be able to find a Gibson one. The one thing I will say is there's a lot of them out there that are really thin leather. They do the job, they just don't last that long. If you find something a bit thicker and pay a little bit more for it, it will last you years and years. But as a filler, don't be afraid to just grab one of the cheap ones if you want to throw something in there. Next up is something which I have never had but always wanted, so I think a lot of people would love this little toy as well. It helps you put your guitar strings on. You pop a couple of batteries in there and it winds the strings for you. So, you know, changing strings is not the most fun job. This just makes it a little bit easier. And at $35, why not give it a try? Okay, so what do we got next? This is really cool. This is really cool. This is a cutting board, as you can see. It's shaped like a guitar. We love things shaped like guitars. This one's shaped like a Telecaster. You can get one Fender, same brand, shaped like a Stratocaster. So check them out. You will find them on Amazon. I couldn't find any in stock, but this local music shop's got some. So that's a really cool gift idea for something a bit different. Next up, we've got another one of my favorites. This is a little screwdriver set that's put together by a company called StewMac. StewMac make luthier supplies and tools, as you can see. So all the fittings and pieces in this set are specifically for guitars, and a vast array of guitars. So all the sizes that are hard to find that we've always struggled with, they're in here. So to have this on board can be a real lifesaver. So this is definitely worth checking out. They do have an Amazon store which seems to be out of stock, but on their website I found them on sale, so 25% off. So yeah, get onto it now while you can. Now, just for a bit of fun, that's it for the cheaper end of things. I've got one more bonus coming up for you, but first I just want to talk about some gift ideas, common gifts that we get as guitar players that we probably would never buy for ourselves. So here's a funny example, is guitar soap. I mean, have a look at some of these soaps. How would you even use that? What are you going to do with it? This one's got guitars and violins on it. Now, I'm sure there's people out there talented enough to play both instruments, but myself, I don't know any guitar players that also play violin. So there's one to look out for. Some other common things are miniature guitars. Hey, they're cool. Some people probably have a collection of them, but myself, I've got real guitars, so there's not much I can do with a miniature guitar. I can't play it. Other things would be anything with generic cartoon-like pictures of guitars on there. You'll often find they'll be similar to some of the things on here. They've got the wrong number of strings and things like that. So once you become quite involved in the hobby, you notice things like that. So that's another common one. And I guess the last couple of things would be strings and guitar picks. Like the picks I pointed out earlier are in a sorted pack, which helps somebody explore some different options. That's cool. But any particular one size pick, picks are a very personal thing. So most people will find they've got one pick they stick to, and strings is similar. Strings come in lots of different sizes. So they're a great gift idea, but unless you know what size string the person uses, it might not be the best buy, because sometimes you need to make adjustments to your guitar to fit different strings. Okay, I've got a bonus one for you here. If you want to go all out, this is my recommendation. These things are absolutely fantastic. You plug it into your guitar, you plug your headphones into it, and to top it off, you can Bluetooth your phone straight to the device, and you can play along to music in your headphones. Now, this is something which might appeal to a lot of housemates and spouses just as much as a guitar player. The thing about this one is there's a lot of them on the market. This one sounds absolutely fantastic. I think any guitar player that receives this for a Christmas present will be over the moon. So I hope that helped you. I hope you got some ideas from it. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see if we can do the same thing again next year. Merry Christmas, everybody.